To break down is 1872 pin tap out. Pin tap out. What you're going to do is you're 13, you're the star in the tree, and if you know how it works in astrology, a star multiplies into potentials of other civilizations, galaxies, planets, and so on. And so this train of thought, what's going to happen is you're going to crash your train into whoever you're recruiting, because you're Jesus, you got 12 disciples, you have 12 seats on your bus or on your train. So you're going to find people that are just on random trains, and you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to invite you in my train of thought. So, hey, wait a second. They're not listening. You can't just present right away. This is the presentation. You can't present yet. You got to first get their attention. Then you're going to pin them. 1, 2, 3. Can I have your attention for a minute? Okay. Give me a minute of your time. Then from there, boom. Now you're here. Now you're gonna. This is the CF, is the campfire. You're pinning them. You're gonna get them the campfire. You're gonna transfer the heat right into their heart, and that's kind of how you're gonna harvest the holy hole of holiness. Fireplace of presence is the holy hole of holiness. You're going to take them down the path. Once they've entered their heart, which is ho, 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 heart open, heart open, heart open, now you're going to get them onto your train. You're going to invite them onto your train and say, hey, now what the train is, because when you pin them, it takes 3 seconds. You say, hey, can I have your attention for a minute? If they say no, okay, next. If they say no, okay, next. If they say yes, when they say yes, that's when you're pinning them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now follow me. You take them to the fireplace of presence. Now they're on your train. You get them for 1872. 18 seconds is the creation cycle continuum number for combustion. Holton Bugs. Cash cow, decision collector. Okay, once you hit 18 seconds, that's the combustion of the trident. And guess what happens? Combustion means a thought turns into more like thoughts. The first thing the law of attraction creates is more like thoughts and more like feelings. Once they're on that train, they're now being heated up by the fireplace of presence, which is the presence of God, which is what you infected them with, the inferno of God. You gave them you torched the inferno while they're on this train. Now, if you do this correctly, they're going to forget what they were doing before you started this presentation. They are going to forget about it. It's lost in the dust, and this train is headed to where? 72. Ladies and gentlemen, 72 is end zone. 72 is touchdown. 72 is ask for the order. 72 is they're getting started. 72 is they're coming to the game. 72 is they're coming to church. 72 is they are coming to the seminar. 72 is they're coming to the concert. 72 is they're coming to the musical. 72 is the sale has been made. Okay? And if you're a lover, 72 is they're coming to the bedroom. Okay? It doesn't matter what situation. This applies to anything, even the bedroom, even the gym. Someone is on a train of thought. Where are they going? You don't know. They're focused on something, or they're just distracted, or they're just doing whatever. It's fine. It's not personal, because look, they don't have to say yes. It's a choice. You're giving them. You say, hey, wait a second. You interrupt them, okay? Interrupt them. If they're busy and they're focused, they will ignore you. They will either A, they will ignore you. B, they will say, no, I'm busy right now. Or 3, they'll say, you know what, sure, I'll hear you out. And if they say, sure, I'll hear you out, that's one of 3 possible choices. They either ignore you, they say no, or they say yes. That's the only 3 choices they have. And by the way, you're not making them doing anything. You're not forcing them to do anything. You're just simply asking, hey, can I have your attention for a minute? Okay? And then if they say yes, what happens is, if when they say yes, that's when you pin them. 1, 2, 3, tap out. Now you're going to be taking them down this path, which is the creation cycle continuum. Okay, by the way, sir, I only have 12 spots, or maybe the number's 3 spots, maybe it's 6 spots, maybe it's 9, maybe it's 12. Okay, anyway, you only have so many spots. Now when you're on the fireplace of presence, this is when they're on the seat, on the bus, and you're warming up their ass. Because when your ass is on fire, and you're in the driver's seat of that train, guess what's going to happen? It's going to light other people's asses on fire as well. And so when other people's asses are on fire, they're going to hop on the train because they want to know where you're taking that train. They want to know where you're taking them. And guess what? They have no idea what they were doing right before you walked up to them. Okay? So this is how it works, guys. Infinite Decision Collector. IDC. This moment, anyone that's on this train, this is you. I have this many spots. I have 3 spots, 6, 9, 12, whatever it is. Okay, and capitalize on the fact that you only have a certain amount of spots. And what's going to happen is, if you do this correctly, you're going to find people that are close to being already right here. Meaning they're wanting to hop on this train, they're looking for you, or they're on the frequency. And you will know when you walk in, maybe it's at the mall, maybe it's on Instagram, maybe it's on Facebook, maybe it's at the school, maybe whatever. And if you're paying attention, the frequency of this train is going to have a feeling, and there's going to be people that are right here, that are already on that frequency waiting for you to invite them. It's almost as if the universe sent them to the mall at the exact same time they sent you to the mall. Or it's almost as if they sent, a person that doesn't normally go to church just happens to go to church that day. Or someone just happens to go to the game that doesn't usually go. And why? Because they felt it. They felt something was about to happen. Something in the universe shifted. Inside of them, etherology rule number one is everyone is connected. The same collective consciousness. The placebo presence. Okay, is the feeling of the fire. So there's going to be people right here. They're waiting. They want on the bus. If you do this correctly, this bus will always be full, and everyone's waiting to replace a spot. If you got so many seats, and you're always full, everyone wants in. And this is what happens when you get into those bigger rooms, where you get into those rooms that the inner circles, the private clubs, the higher ups circles, whether you're in college, you're in a professional athlete, or you're in a high level wealth club, mastermind group where there's only so many spots, and the requirement to get on this train is you got to be on a certain frequency. The access point is frequency, or sometimes you have to have a certain amount of money. Okay? And so you're going to find people that are close to this train. Now, who's here? Anyone. Anyone can go from here around the bases. If this is home and I got to go first base, second base, third base, and that's home run. Home run is they get on the train with you. How do you get them on the train? You got to close them for the first 3 seconds. How do you do that? You have to snap your fingers, look them in the eye, give them Medusa stone cold stunner eyes, which is what we call the Midas touch glitch. And what it does is it drifts their consciousness from their mind into their heart. Do not let RBF, resting bitch face, okay, don't let it stop you. Excuse my language. Don't let it stop you, because you don't know, someone could just be upset about something for that moment, and that may not be actually who they are, and they may not be that far off from this frequency as you might think in that moment, and you could be the one that snaps them out of it. Okay, so snap them out of this train. They want you to snap them out of that train. They need that. They want that. And then what you're going to do is, like I said, you're going to ask 1, 2, 3. 1 is, they'll ignore you because they're focused, whatever. 2 is they'll say no, and usually what will happen, if you do this correctly, they will say, sure, yes, I would love to, because you have to assume the close. Okay, assume the close. You're only asking for a minute of their time. Okay, and you're good looking, you're on fire, you dress well, you feel good, you're smiling. So who doesn't want to hear you talk for 1 minute, okay, or 2 or 3, right? Because it's really only going to take 1 minute, maybe 2, and maybe 3. It's not going to take more than 3 minutes. Okay, 1, 2, 3 minutes is really the max it's going to take. So pin 3 seconds. 18 is the initiation onto the train, where they're going to be going from in the line, okay, because you have a waiting list, and now they're in a line. So how many seconds it take for them to go from the line, walk onto the bus, say hi to the bus driver, walk to the back, sit down, put their coat on the rack, put their bag up top, and sit on the train? It's about 18 seconds. Scientifically proven, it's about 18 seconds. And after they sit down, how many more seconds till everyone else is on the train for the bus driver to start the train? It's about 72 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. At 72 seconds, he's driving. And by that about 180 second mark, which is 10 times 18 seconds, you're going to find out where the train was taking you. And wherever you were before you hopped in the train, it no longer matters, no longer exists. And all that matters is that you're going there, you're with the team, you trust the bus driver, and you're feeling good about the decision you made, which was, yes, I'm going to hear you out, and the whole process. This whole entire process is what we call the creation cycle continuum. It is you're at home, you go through first base, second, third, back to home. This is the Adam teaching. This is the metaphor of the moment. Metaphor of the moment, 1872. Fire up the buzz and fill in those seats, become a decision collector, and pin until they tap out. Not forcing them on. You're not making them hop on. There's nothing to feel bad about. There's no guilt here. There's no judgment if they say no. There's no fear of possibly them saying no because you know where you're going. You're the bus driver, or maybe you're on this first, second, or third seat and someone else is the bus driver. And the bus driver says, you can invite 1 or 2 or 3 people. So either way, you know that there's infinite people over here. And you're going to invite them, pin them, bring them to the fireplace of presence. And if you do this correctly, there's going to be people right here waiting in line. And they'll walk right up to you, and it'll just happen in the moment. Guys, this is the Atom. This is 1872. Tap out pin. This is taking the team on the train of thought to the road to results. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Atom.